Y'all Robin Williams, yeah. You doubt fire, but shout it, I am douse-proof. That struggle that I joust through would've weeded out you. I'm asking, them open, them whining, them bouts do. Focused, I'm grinding, you hoping I drown too. With them female traits, go get a gown too. I eatin' shit music, wicked baked to it. New and old music, all I knew and know was music.
What's going on?
What's up with you?
Chilling, man. 8:15 start time worked good for me.
What kind of tea is that? I see the scents. I don't see the rest of it though. Bet that. That's tough. Is that the same since 82 or what?
Yep. Okay. Yep. I gotta tag the dude so he sees I'm fucking with his shit all the time. He seems like a small business. He's over there in the Bronx. He makes funny ass videos. He got these videos with him and his like, he looked like a model because the dude's kind of cut up or whatever. But like he runs it like he's a staff on it in his store. Okay. And he's basically like a young dude, you know, and he's always complaining about, you know, he'd be playing the Terror Squad older music and like he don't ever want to come to work and like it's mad. The videos is funny. You should follow. I'll tag you on his shit on Instagram. He's a Latino cat, you know, his clothes are dope, you know, small business, everything you want to promote.
Bet that. I went to Selfish route today, wore my own shit.
Yeah, you know, as you should, man. I seen you post something yesterday. I was like, man, you need to do that every week. You got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of source material to rock with.
Yeah, but yeah, my last project that I did. But yeah, I'm talking about rap, man.
Yeah.
You said you had a lot of shit to talk.
Yeah.
You said you had a lot of shit to talk about, man. What's on your mind?
It's been a very good week for music, for sure. I guess we could start with the Joyner Lucas video. Did you see the Joyner Lucas video?
It was fire.
This shit's dope, man.
Yeah,
Joyner Lucas is hands down the dopest artist that I do not listen to. He's so dope, and like I don't know why. I just don't have enough time in my day, and if I did, I would have to spend every second of my brain power like listening to hip hop music, and like I just don't. But like I swear I will squeeze him in, and I know every time I haven't been disappointed. And that video with Maya, first of all, Maya's so damn sexy. Yeah. Like Maya, it ain't right. He picked her, which is incredible. And she in there, they in the bed together, and he's rapping from the perspective of a woman who's frustrated in their relationship. And he's just spitting so much truth about men and about things that you've heard women say over the years. And she's spitting it, and they're looking up, and it just, the whole thing is just, again, he's so dope with the storytelling, like you said. He's so creative.
I ain't gonna hold you. What was fire to me, not to cut you off, but what was fire to me.
Yeah, please.
Hearing her and hearing everything she got to say. And you kind of expecting, okay, I guess when he wake up, he gonna do the same thing. But it's like, what can he say? Because everything she said was kind of like, you know what I mean? So it was so dope when it was his time to speak. His perspective was still like both of them would just even kill. Like this is the shit that goes in the relationship sometimes from both sides.
Yeah.
Either one is right or wrong. It's just both of them have valid reason to feel the way they feel. You know what I mean?
I really appreciated him giving voice to the female perspective the way that he did. You know what I'm saying? Like the transparency, to call men to the carpet that way. You know, I think there's a lot of media figures, hip hop artists the same, that don't want to give that kind of light to a woman and what they have to say. And I just appreciated him doing that, and especially doing it through the muse of her. You know, I thought that was dope because she's, you know, I don't see enough of her. And she got a single, by the way. She got a song, and maybe see like a song that she got out. She got a dope ass record out. She's in her auntie era, and she's looking so goddamn thick and sexy and delicious. It's a joint called "Give It to You," and when she says "give it to you," it's about giving it to us, because she's saying, "I want to give it to you." I was like, I know what she want to give, and I appreciate that. So, new rap. I know. Have you heard the Rhapsody?
Yes, I did.
It made me really be embarrassed with myself. Like, why do I not listen to this woman? First of all, I don't think we've heard any new music from Madlib since the fires in California where he lost his house. I know that he has the shit with Your Old Droog, but I don't think it's out yet. I think there's a single. But now you have the Droog shit, and now you have this. So hopefully this means that Madlib is somewhere safe and sound, and his family's okay, and he's able to produce art, which means hopefully he's in the right mental space. So shout out to him. I have not heard any Madlib records that sound like this. Madlib is very much in the Premier, Alchemist, Dilla, sample heavy type dude. He's very creative. The samples, the way he patches them together, he's like a mad scientist. And this shit does not sound anything like that. You know what I'm saying, right? You heard the records. Like this shit doesn't sound. This shit don't sound anything like that. And so I really enjoyed it. It's just a quick 2-piece. Rhapsody is going crazy. Rhapsody was on the Joe and Jada podcast as well, where it was supposed to be Raekwon and Mobb Deep, but she was there and they called her to the camera to come in front. They just called her like, yo, you got to come get on camera with us. And she was just there showing love to the Raekwon and showing love to the new Mobb Deep, because that they was up there to talk about the new Mobb Deep record. But yeah, the Rhapsody shit goes super crazy. Obviously the new Mobb Deep single. Did you hear that?
No, I have not heard that. See, this is what I am. It's not no Mobb Deep hate. It's like when I know a project is coming out pretty soon, I'll wait. Like if the single drop, I know the album's
I know what you mean.
I'll wait. So yeah, that's
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, and I do that sometimes when they start dropping a lot of shit. Yeah. If it's one, I'll wait. And I think that this one's coming out in October, so they might start doing that. I don't like ruining the project that way. I agree with you. This single is nuts. This shit is crazy. Like my man Kyle, shout out to Kyle. It's Kyle approved. Kyle is like, he's not the biggest hater I know, but he's very, very subjective. You know what I'm saying? He's very much like not into shit. He's a producer. And
we got to get him on, because we'll have some good conversation. Because like
Kyle,
I'm not a hater, but it's a lot of shit I do not like. So
Kyle low key be inspiring a lot of shit that I say on here, because he'll be pointing shit out. He's the one that was like, yo, you need to listen to JID. Like he points a lot of shit out. And the Mobb Deep shit is dope. The best thing about the Mobb,
is it vintage have? Is it a new sound?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, it sounds like Prodigy's alive. It sounds like this is something that it sounds like they didn't talk for 5 years. You remember when they had beef, that little bit of time? This sounds like they didn't talk for 5 years, and then they finally got back in the studio and was like, fuck it, let's make a record. And including at the end, there's ad libs from Prodigy where he's like, yo, I love you, man. Yo, I'm glad, like some kind of shit. It sounds like he's still here, and he says like, yo, I love you, have, and like some shit like that. I was like, man, like they really, this is going to be I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. This is going to be a special project because Al and Have are P's brothers. And it just so happens that these two guys are some of the illest producers of all time. And
my bad. I asked, was it vintage Have, but Alchemist is producing this whole project, correct?
Well, they're doing it together, they said.
Okay.
And so you have these two guys working together. There's two of the illest producers of all time and two of the closest people to Prodigy. So Al and Havoc both have some dope posthumous verses from him. You know what I'm saying? Like unreleased, not all unreleased verses didn't make the cut because they was whack, and so they probably have some real heat from Prodigy. And the verse that's on there is dope, man. It doesn't sound dated or nothing. So I think that the care that they're going to take to this project because of their relationship with Prodigy, having Alchemist relationship with each other, I'll keep saying it, like the Tribe Called Quest posthumous release really surprised a lot of people. Like they really should have got nominated for a Grammy. QTip got mad because they didn't get. It was an incredible record. It really was dope, and I think that this is going to be on that level. Like this is going to be a really dope record. I think people need to check for it. Did you hear the new? I was talking about Jay Worthy.
He dropped the new.
So he dropped the 2Ps song. I think I talked about it last week. 2Ps with him and Larry June.
Okay. Yeah.
So because they got to join they're a group, I guess, called 2Ps in a Pod. Okay. And so they have the record called 2Ps with a super, super dope Luther Vandross sample. again, another prediction of mine, this Jay Worthy album is going to be fire. Like, I think.
Does it have a date?
He released the full track list, so it might be like in a few weeks. It's coming soon. It's a double album, and the features on it are crazy. I talked about this last week, so I don't want to get too much on it. But like this dude, I think this dude is a little bit more low key than maybe for me at least, you know. But I think that this record is going to surprise people like me who maybe weren't up on him like that. Like everything that I've heard from him, it's like, wait a minute, like that George Clinton record he put out was different. I was like, wait a minute, this dude is different. You know, he had that EP a few months ago that was really fucking good. I was like, this dude's talented, man. He's got a lot of diverse sounds, and not everybody is talented because they're super, super nice spitting. Like some people just make good records, and some people just can capture a vibe because they're, you know, it seems like Jay Worthy is really that dude. You know what I'm saying? And so he can capture the vibe of the element that he's trying to describe because he's really him, you know, as it was kind of what it feels like for me. So there's that. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, and my girl Connie, yo. My girl Connie. Yeah. You called her a husky voice bitch. Which she is. You know, she has a line. I'm gonna say exactly what you said.
It wasn't until she said Connie. I like, oh yeah, this okay. Yeah, she do got a
she do got a husky voice. Connie, the perfect way to describe this album is really good. This album is fire. I didn't get through the whole thing, but it's really, really fire. And my best way to describe it is that she has a line that she says, I got into a shootout with my man because I caught him cheating, which is hilarious, right? And Connie Diamond seems like the girl who's your girl because she's fine and she got a fat ass and she's down, but she'll also bust your ass. Like she'll throw hands with you outside, and if you beat her, like, you know, be careful because they're gonna come back and shoot up your house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's how her album sounds. Like her album, she's a woman, she's a beautiful woman, and she's soft, and she can be a woman, you know. And on the next song, it's like super hard. She's like Remy. She sounds like Remy reincarnated, like kind of nicer than Remy. I'm gonna keep it real. I think she's and just to start off, she's dead nice. She's dead nice. And when you're dead nice lyrically, you can do a lot of shit. And she does. She has her soft records where she's being feminine. She has her super hard records where she's super thug. And then she has party records on here. She's got like a Missy Elliott kind of vibe on here. She got she got the joint like, oh, think a stick from the front. Wait till you see from the back. Dick. Like she's nice. Like this isn't Ice Spice. This isn't Lotto. Like this bitch is bad. She has super bars. She came with it on this album. She's signed to Def Jam. Like the bitch is no joke.
Why do you think she's not bigger, or is it? Why do you think she's not bigger?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
She look good.
She's not. I would say, you know, Lotto is a bad bitch, right? She's beautiful. Like, you know, I think I don't know if she's that type of pretty. You know what I'm saying? She's very Bronx, very hood girl type aesthetic. You know, I think she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I think she's very pretty. And I also, you know, I like her transparency on the album. You know, she got that song "Letter to Her Fans." This is the first record on there. She's really talking about her past and her spirituality and all of that. I don't know. It's always hard for me to put my finger on why people don't blow up the way they do, because there's people that do blow up that I'm just like, I can't, you know, right? Yeah. So the Connie shit is dope. This was just a dope week of things that happened, I would say. The new, and I'll end it on this. This is gonna start to be a Wale podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you heard that shit that I sent you?
Yeah. It's a vibe. It feels like something's going on. Like it just feels good.
I'm gonna say a hot take right here. And first, what's the joint called? Blanco, right? Blanco is what it's called.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. There's never been a hip hop artist that sounds better over a live band other than the Roots. If that's a hot take, we don't call it a hot take. I tried to think about it for a little while. There's never, ever been a hip-hop artist that sounded better over a live band than Wale. And I remember, I think I told you the story already, that he came to Richmond before Attention Deficit came out, when he was popping off. J. Cole opened. Before anybody knew who J. Cole was the opener. and he was out there. I want to say he was out there with Junkyard Band or whatever that go-go group band, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And just a part of it is that go-go is just so dope. Like go-go is one of the dopest musical genres that exists. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about black music, you talk about hip hop, soul, and reggae. Like go-go belongs there, but go-go is just not as commercially viable because a lot of their shit is like remakes, right? So you can't like commercially release a remake. Even though reggae did that a lot in Jamaica when reggae first got started, reggae music was reinterpolating pop hits from America, but they could do it in Jamaica because it's in another country and wasn't nobody checking for copyright laws back then. But go-go is just so dope, and I just need an artist to put go-go in the forefront of everything they do. And if Wale is not going to do that, that's fine. But this fucking Blanco record with the T.O.B. band, that shit is amazing. And like you already know, Wale has a few singles this year. Where do we start? What's the joke with the SWV? This Blanco shit goes crazy.
Has there been
Shout out to Wale.
Has there been any word about him dropping a project, or is he actually just dropping pieces?
I haven't heard anything, and like you know how he is, man. He be putting out singles, you know, here and there, and they always go crazy, man. Like Wale is so talented, man. Wale is a star to me. Like he's so talented. He's one of these dudes that, again, whatever you think of him lyrically, I think he's amazing. But like he's also another dude that just captures vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? He just gets it. I feel like that DC. Like I don't feel like nobody put on for DC the way that dude has, and maybe I'm wrong, but I really, you know what I'm saying. I miss when Wale was that guy, and this Blanco record with the whole go-go, the shit just felt right. I was like, I just need 10 of these, you know what I'm saying. And they did it with go-go, man. You can make hard ass records, you can make pop records, you can make R&B, you could do anything with a live band, and just something about them cymbals and them snares and the, you know what I mean, that vibe. I just be like, yo, man, this shit is dope. And they did it, and of course this Blanco is an R&B record. You know what I mean? So this shit go, man.
Anything else?
And I haven't listened to the Magic City came out. I haven't listened to it yet. The JD shit.
You planned on it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri is so important, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so important to the culture. He's been such a big part of hip hop and R&B. You know, this seemed like his baby, this project. And of course, Magic City itself is supposed to be like the Magic City soundtrack. I think they got a documentary coming out. You know, they've made it clear that Magic City is just such an important part of ATL of Atlanta culture. So you know, I want to tap in with it. It might not be my shit, you know what I'm saying? But also shout out to my man Polo G got a new single out. Have you checked for Polo G yet?
I've heard him before. It's not somebody I'm like, oh, you got a new single, I'm gonna drop it. Nah, I mean, I definitely heard a couple songs. He's definitely better than I thought he was gonna be when I turned him on.
He's way nicer than Dirk.
Oh yeah,
way nicer than Lil Durk.
I don't think Dirk's in a nice conversation. I think Dirk just
he's not, but like Dirk can rap. Like Dirk can rap. He's not whack.
I put Lil Baby over Dirk, and I don't even put Lil Baby close to who the fuck was we just talking about? Polo G. I think Polo G is way nicer than Lil Baby, and I think Lil Baby's way nicer than Dirk. And
Polo G is nicer than all of them.
Yeah, that's the whole
easily
the conversation.
yeah. Polo G is nicer than all of them, and yeah, man. So shout out to him. He got a new joint. Remember, I said I had bars of the week. I'm trying to pull up his verse, but let's move. I know I'm taking over the whole shit.
I think about this all the time. Like, yo, this show, I really like a lot of raps. I think about the Gina Views joint. How I don't think Dude says a lot. I think she does most of his talking. That's kind of how I like this show. Like, I'm really.
Okay.
My boy Jay was like, yo, he really be knowing what he be talking about, and I was like, yeah, I don't think he knows more than me, but I feel like he
nah
aspect. But then when I'm sitting down, I'm like, yo, no, you definitely do know more than me about, I guess, the music culture itself. Because a lot of times I know about a good amount of artists, but you know a good amount about that artist, that the culture that they're in, the genre, the subdivision of hip hop, which that is or whatever. So I really do appreciate these type of conversations.
No doubt, man. Yo, I appreciate them out, and I appreciate having somebody to talk to about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my I be playing samples for my kids, and my youngest daughter be like, "Oh, that's cool." My oldest daughter be like, "Bro, like
And it's funny,
All right, man.
my daughter's taste in music is so out there.
Yeah.
So out there. She listens to a little bit of hip hop and a lot of the ratchet songs that she got from Ma when I used to play music all the time. But it's like her taste in music is just so out there. And I appreciate it because I feel like I'm too hip hop at times that I haven't
Let
been
me.
able to listen
I'm
to
gonna
it.
switch off my headphones for a second. Make sure I can hear you when I turn this shit off. Hold on.
For sure.
You can you hear me?
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
not for a second,
You
but
good
yeah,
now? Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna
Let me get
send
my
a text to
All right, cool. Yeah, we back. I got the volume back up. I love that yo, man. I just want to meet big girl Priya. Like, I hope every time I talk about her, you really like show her a clip because like I'm just so fascinated by everything that she does, man. She's so involved in shit. You talk about her playing music. I'm like, I just want to dap her up. Be like, yo, remember you came to my house? Like, and Josephine said the same thing. She was like, oh my God, that's the little girl that came to our crib. Like, I just want to dap her up and be like, yo, man, keep going, bro. Like, the world needs more of y'all, man.
yeah,
Her,
that daddy gang shit is a whole that girl dad gang is a whole it's different.
yeah, man, I'm in the fight with mine. You know what I'm saying? They 12 and 9. We in the fight. All right, so let me give you my sample of the week.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna make sure you can hear it, which is why I turned on.
Hold on. Before you get there,
Yeah, yeah.
I did let the JD album run.
Mm,
I'm not gonna say I wasn't disappointed. I think
mm,
kind of midway through, like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. This is just homage to Magic City. This is
mm.
just they giving props to Magic City. Okay, I can appreciate it. And
No,
then
no.
it got to a track that had Ti, Young Dro, and Akeem Ali on it,
Yeah,
and
I
I
saw
was
that.
like,
Akeem
oh
Ali's on there
shit.
twice, I think.
I haven't heard the second one, but I was like, yo, two things. I can't stand Ti. Second thing, Akeem is so different, bro.
Have you always hated Ti or just this
Never.
new version of Ti?
I think Camille, my lady was talking about it later. I think social media did a lot for him, and
Yeah.
me seeing how ignorant he actually is, and how big word using people are kind of dumb also. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, I really don't.
He
Yeah,
lost me when he said he checks his daughter's pussy.
that was the beginning of the end, and
I
that
was
was
like, bro,
yeah,
you
that was
can't say that shit in public, my
yeah, that's
guy.
crazy. And this is just more in public. This is on a tele. Like this is
I
yeah,
also don't believe that you do that. I
yeah.
also don't believe that you
That's
actually
why.
check your daughter's pussy.
I
So I
think
think
that's
he
what it
just
is. I
thought you
think it's too
say
many
that shit.
things. I think it's too many things that you're saying you're doing that I don't believe you're doing, and it's like, why are you lying about that? Like I don't understand. Like I
It's
don't. And it's funny
wild.
because his first couple three, like his first three or four albums, I loved them.
Urban
I loved
Legend
them. And I didn't
classic.
think his first album was on DSPs.
I'm serious. Isn't that what
Yeah.
it's called?
No. I'm serious. It is the one before that.
I'm serious is the second one. You're right. I forget what the
Yeah,
first one.
The one before Trap Music is not on DSP.
Trap. Oh no, I'm serious is the first one. Then it's trap music. Then it's urban legend.
Okay, but yeah, that motherfucker ain't on that because Pussy Pop ain't out, and that's what we want. That's
Shout
what
out to Akeem
I'm.
Ali's. We this is an Akeem Ali podcast.
Yeah,
Akeem Ali's gonna
definitely.
be a star for sure. I'm with Akeem Ali, man. So yeah, I'm gonna check for it, and I'm the Metro Boomin album that came out. It was also supposed to be like a shout to that era, not necessarily a Magic City soundtrack type shit, but it was a shout to that era of Atlanta, and people
Okay.
was like, "What the fuck is this?" And that's really kind of like what is
Who was
going on.
rapping on it?
It was a whole lot of features, and there was a lot of people that I didn't recognize.
That's
So
what
it
I
was
was
some
telling
real
you.
like underground ATL type shit. Is what it's
Okay,
called.
okay.
So
Yeah,
I need
like
to go back in.
I kind of like these producer albums when it's just a bunch of random people, but
Yeah,
I don't like when I don't know any of these random people. So I'm like, I'm not gonna check this out.
you don't know them for a reason. Sometimes some of them is nice, some of them ain't. Whatever. Yeah, that's true. I appreciate that producers have a bigger platform to make their own statements nowadays and make their own records. Alchemist does that a lot. He
Mhm.
has a bunch of Lucy albums that have like 9 or 10 songs on it. And he raps on it a few times and shit like that. Which is how I found Jay Worthy and people like that. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna check for that the Magic City shit.
But yeah,
Um,
snap it. Let
all
me
right, so
check
check. So can you see? So shout. You know who that man is?
okay, yeah.
That's Big Barry.
Big bang.
Big Barry. Tell me if you can hear it. Hold on. Can you hear it?
Mhm. Yeah.
If y'all didn't know where this record came from, I could just start spitting for you.
It ain't that much of a difference though.
Special girl, real good girl, biggest thing in my itty bitty world. It really, you know what I mean? Like hearing joints like this. So this one is called "I Want to Stay." by the Love Unlimited Orchestra, which I guess is like, you know, one of Barry White's little spin-off records or whatever. I mean, and records, samples like that, I think, show you how much of a genius the producer was to do that. And like, if you listen to Vibrant Thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, just sometimes a sample, you just got to let a sample be what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like listening to Vibrant Thing.
Check it out now.
You know what I mean? He slowed it down.
Yeah, I didn't know how much of a slowdown it was until you played it just now. Like I knew it was, but that's so producer talk or whatever. Do you actually snatch it from the source, or do you replicate it and have to give props to the source?
It depends. So they do both. In this case, it sounds pretty clearly like he snatched it, and QTip is an old school producer, so you know he's gonna run the shit through a sampler like a ASR SB12 or whatever. So they can snatch the source, and then they can, you know, you can manipulate it in your on your computer, or at least with Tip back then, probably through the sampler machine. You know, you can turn treble down, turn it up, you know, emphasize different elements of it, and then you introduce your own drums, your own bass line, your own whatever. And a lot of times they'll play, you can play the same bass line over the bass line that exists so that it sounds better, right? There's other things called an interpolation, which is like, we're going to replay the record, right? And some, like for example, Story to Tell, the B.I.G. joint where he told the story about Anthony Mason. That's Anthony Mason. I don't know if people know that. That's Anthony Mason that he's talking about. Yeah, that's Anthony Mason. It's pretty. You didn't know?
Say it like that. No, I think I had like a group of 3 people. I thought it might be, but I've never heard it say.
One of them Nick ass niggas. He says it's from the Knicks.
I think that's how it was in my head. Like I had like 3 niggas. I had 3 Nick ass niggas in my head, but I never heard it say it like.
It's Anthony Mason. That's who people say it is. And maybe it didn't happen exactly the way it did, but basically Big was fucking Anthony Mason's chick, and Anthony Mason came home, and that's you know, take it for you know, urban legend. But the bloom 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 bloom, like that guitar, they didn't clear it. They couldn't clear it. And so Buck Wild made the drums, and Chucky Thompson, God bless the dead, DMV legend, Chucky Thompson replayed, because he could play any instrument, he replayed the guitar. So if you can't clear something, replaying it and altering the notes so that you can get away with the sample is one way of doing it. Sometimes people can clear it, but they just replay it anyway, just so that it sounds better. And so there's all kinds of different ways, but just QTip, man, like I know that people know who QTip is, but I feel like there's just a layer of his genius that he hasn't gotten the rep that Dilla's gotten. And the people got to remember, like, QTip introduced Dilla to the world. It was QTip that brought him out. You know what I'm saying? So, and Dilla will probably tell you, like, QTip was his inspiration, and it's just so many dope, you know, and talking about Mobb Deep, like Havoc and Prodigy Ben said, like, QTip was the reason why we could do what we did. You know what I mean? Like, Havoc produced the entire Infamous basically by himself, and that was the first album that he had produced on that level. He did 2 records on Juvenile Hell, he said, and but then that they did the Infamous, he did it all by himself. He's like, QTip really came through and checked on us and made sure that sonically shit was the way it needed to be. He produced Drink Away the Pain and he produced Temperatures Rising, but he really was a part of the whole project and making sure that it sounded the way it sounded, you know? And so QTip is so responsible for so much shit. So I wanted to show one of his samples, because when Vibrant Thing came out, I wasn't really on it like that. I wasn't really into party records. I was a hardcore hip hop person. And, but, you know, to be able to turn records like that and to make them into what they turn into, like QTip, man, he needs all the flowers he's happy, he's healthy, he's happy, you know, he's you know, he probably got money in his pocket, he running around, You know what I mean? Just out here thriving and being out the way. And, you know, God bless him for all the things he's done.
He definitely a artist that I wasn't a fan of, but ended up appreciating because of the role he played in hip hop, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Yeah. And then learning more and more about producing, the fact that he does produce. I didn't know that he produced ... Like I didn't know he produced that much. I'll put it that way. Yeah, really.
Right. And there's a lot of shit that he did that he doesn't get producer credit for, right? Which is, again, he was instrumental in bringing everybody together to produce Illmatic. You know what I mean? You got to remember, Nas was a little kid. Nas didn't have relationships like that. And during Illmatic, there was not really a record before that had a star-studded producer team. You see that now. You see that after Illmatic. But before Illmatic, there wasn't really a lot of records where you had all of the best producers in the game come together to make one project. In 1994, QTip is a star. In 1994, DJ Premier is a star. Pete Rock is a star. You know what I'm saying? Large Professor, and maybe he's not a star, but you know Main Source. In 1994, Main Source is Main Source. And they all came together to make this project, and that didn't really happen before that. And, you know, QTip had a lot to do with that because QTip was mans with Large Professor. QTip, you know, from Queens. QTip had all those relationships. Nas didn't have those relationships. Nas was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And Nas was signed to Columbia Records, but it's not like Columbia Records was the ones doing that shit and bringing everybody together. This was a community of producers that said, yo, this kid is special. We should all come together and do this. And they all made their careers out of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, as much as they all had careers before that and they were going to be who they were, them all coming together to make Illmatic took them to a whole nother place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. And QTip had a lot to do with that. And if you listen to these podcasts that Havoc's been on, Havoc was on Drink Champs 2 weeks ago. Havoc said basically that Infamous wouldn't have been what it was if it wasn't for QTip. But you look at the credits, he produced 2 records. Maybe he got executive producer credit. I don't really remember. But I mean, obviously QTip is Tribe. Obviously, you know, but Jay Dilla being who he was, you know, QTip was the first person to really put him on the map. Like, so I bring out that sample as a sliding door moment to just shout out QTip, man. Like, he really is he's really a goat out here and needs to be mentioned.
Right there.
What up?
Now this nigga don't know how to use computers and shit.
Hold on. Come headphoning.
Yeah, computers, no man.
Yeah, man. Can you see me? Oh no,
no, I can't see you at all. That's why I was laughing.
Nigga. Yeah, I see that. Why the fuck?
Worked hard on my list, nigga.
For the movies?
For the soundtracks, yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Huh?
You got to, because it ain't no damn movies.
Yeah, you had to go back in time. I don't think I have anything recent. I just looked at that.
I'm a star, even if nobody know it. I shine from far, I don't even gotta show it. Entrepreneur and poet, fully devoted. Living for tomorrow, but seizing every moment. I am Haley's Comet, and them haters can't stop it. Dap me up, then go to their crib and vomit. Star quality, I got it. Not probably, I'm the hottest. Nothing but goals to accomplish. I'm driven, 4-wheel drive, homie, on the mission.